Can Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia hit the 1 million buy mark for pay-per-view? Oscar De La Hoya thinks so. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Cardinal Red Sports. Let's talk about it. So, Oscar De La Hoya recently gave an interview and he spoke about the potential upcoming fight between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. He said everything is lining up. He actually said that Ryan Garcia is already training for the fight, even though it hasn't been announced yet. But it's going to be interesting to see how that fight plays out. Now, I know, there are two different views of thought about this fight. One view is that Ryan Garcia really isn't on that level. He's just an Instagram star. And another view would be that Gervonta Davis is probably one of the most dangerous 130 fighters that you can find. So if you put those two together, you got the makings of an explosive fight, because I think Ryan Garcia fans truly believe that he's the underdog in this fight, and I think Tank Davis fans believe that Tank is the underdog in this fight, because Ryan Garcia is a lot more popular because of his Instagram fame. But Gervonta Davis, are you blind? Can you not see the talent? You would most definitely have to be blind, and even a blind person can hear the talent coming out of Gervonta Davis. So, to be honest with you, I think it's going to be a good fight. I don't think that Ryan Garcia is as talented as a fighter all around as Gervonta Davis is. But I do think Ryan Garcia has boxing abilities and skills. I just don't think that he's on the level of Gervonta Davis. Now, taking nothing away from Ryan Garcia, I think in the average fight with the average boxer, he's probably going to win 9 times out of 10. But when you hit that elite level of boxing, that championship level of boxing, Ryan Garcia is not one of the names that pops up in my mind. But very likable guy. Probably going to get a lot of hate for this. Who cares at this point? But Oscar De La Hoya was saying that he feels like the fight could do 2.5 million buys. What? Can that fight generate 2.5 million pay-per-view buys? Listen, it probably could, even if probably 10% of Ryan Garcia's Instagram audience tuned in. And then you got, the average amount of Gervonta Davis fans to tune in. It's possible. But what does that say about boxing at the end of the day? Is it just a popularity contest at this point? Because, it shouldn't. When the only thing that people are arguing is the pay-per-view numbers and the buys, they're not arguing whether it's going to be a good fight, or whether this guy's really talented, or whether this guy, is overhyped, or this guy's overhyped. Neither one of these guys have a credible belt, I don't think. I don't think neither one of them's champions yet. So it's almost like it's just all about the people tuning in, and it's not really about the entertainment level or the competition level of the fight. Because I think if you break it all the way down, it should be Gervonta Davis on everybody's win list when it comes to that fight. But once again, in the internet age and the age of my followers are what makes me talented, for lack of a better word. It's weird because the more followers you have, the more people believe that you're talented, even though you might not. People might think you can dunk a basketball because they see you holding a basketball all day, and you got 1 million people watching you carry a basketball around all day. And then when you get to a basketball court, you can't even shoot a jump shot. That's kind of how I feel about Ryan Garcia. It's amazing to watch him work on that speed bag, but that speed bag ain't got no arms, man, and it don't punch back. Gervonta Davis is a living, breathing human being with serious firepower, and I don't think he's in it for Instagram fame. I really don't think he cares about Instagram fame. He's more in it for the... He almost seems like he's in it for the craft. You know, when you watch him box, he takes his time. He throws the right punches. He's always in the right positioning. He's almost too talented. It's almost unreal to watch Gervonta Davis fight, because it does seem like he's almost too talented, and it doesn't seem real in a way. But when you think about somebody who's more into their craft, i.e. a Michael Jordan, you know, someone on that level, a Kobe Bryant, they're more into their craft than they are the smiles from the fans or the pats on the backs from the fans. They're more into trying to hit the next level with their craft and their abilities. And I feel like that about Gervonta Davis. I don't think he looks at boxing just as a popularity contest. It's more like, you know, I have real talent, and if I continuously refine my talent, there's nobody in this world that can beat me. And I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think that Gervonta Davis is going to be the next Floyd Mayweather. And I mean that by saying I think he has the ability to make it to the end of his career without taking a loss. And doing it in stellar fashion, not having to cherry pick every fight to get there, but just having his talent is just that much better than everybody else's talent. And his talent is going to carry him past everybody, I think. I don't see anybody in the 130 division besides Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney would give Gervonta Davis a run for his money, but I got Gervonta beating Devin as well. So, you know, I think if he sticks to his guns, he keeps doing what he's doing, keeps taking the right fights, he's not only going to surpass Mayweather and hit some astronomical numbers, but I think he would be one of the richest fighters and the most popular fighters, because he took fights people actually wanted to see him in and not cherry pick everything. Now, as far as that 2.5 million pay-per-views Oscar is predicting, I think that's a long shot. I think that they have the possibility of doing about 800,000 in all actuality, and that's really good. You know, that would set some records. It might not break the Maypac record, but it will set some records for the beginning of 2023 when it comes to boxing. Now, let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. More likely to get a response on the tube. Holler at me over there. If you want to collabo, hit my Gmail, flockofcards@gmail.com, and we are out of here.
Flow sick when I flow quick, better go get your whole click. Spotless who you rolling with. I done told the chick, you don't want to have to hold your lip, so hold your lip. Now roll your hips, spotless team, coldest click. Roll that shit, blow that shit. Keep that nigga with the gold that spit off the chain. Tossing flames, caution dames, let her know. Can't put a chick on a pedestal. Don't think niggas is ready for who it be. Lewis Keys, take a chick and bruise her knees. Guarantee you lose to me. Niggas ain't confusing me. Just keep it real with me. I get the feel with me. I'm looking real spiffy. Kicks worth about $1.60. Back in the day, I used to stay low. They used to pass the blunt. I used to say no. But now I'm smoking reefer. And now I'm drinking liquor. And now I'm in the telly. And now I'm taking pictures. We got them millimeters. We got them VHSs. So when we zoom in, you can see they my niggas. What? 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 The ladies. 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 Sick with the freestyle. Call them the Green Mile. Getting money for blocks. What y'all think about me now? Gotta keep my head.